your line of credit is good to go. You can use it starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
I'm chasing the flames.
And listen, I gotta go. I'm on call with this guy 24/7. Bye.
Hello, George. It's Jaime. I got clients coming in again, and you know that surf and turf thing you always do. But George, let's do a seafood boil. You know, where everything goes in the pot. And I want it spicy, George. New Mexico style. You know that Mexican sausage? What is it? Chorizo. I want plenty of that. And the other one, andouille sausage, George. You gotta include andouille. Please do the andouille. And make it very spicy, George. Extremely spicy. My clients love spicy. I like spicy. And remember the green chili. New Mexican style. Make it spicy, George.
Hello, I'm the on-call outdoor chef, and this is episode 4 of Chasing the Flames. I'm George Lovato Jr., and we're going to do something really fun today. It's going to be a New Mexico seafood boil. Now, that sounds kind of funny. Seafood in New Mexico, hard to get. But we managed to get BTP and his mermaid friend to bring in all that wonderful shellfish. It looks just super. And it's a simple dish to cook. It's very easy. You just time out the different fishes as you add them. They cook at different rates. Some of them take a little bit longer to cook, so some of them just need a flash like that. We'll put those in at the very end. It's going to have vegetables. It's going to have all these wonderful different shellfish, and I also got lobsters for everybody. So we'll have plenty of that shellfish for you. If you're allergic, I'm sorry, you're probably going to die if you eat this dish. So be careful. But let's get started chasing the flames, and let's talk about these cars. You're probably wondering why I'm standing in the middle of these two cars. Well, guess what? They were provided by Santa Fe Kia. Morley Fletcher up there is the CEO, and he's one of our sponsors. Aren't these beautiful? This is one of the most popular Kia models, and this is one I just bought. I love it. It's great. They're fantastic cars. So thank you, Morley. Thank you, Santa Fe Kia. Appreciate that. Let's get started chasing the flames. We are preparing all the veggies for the seafood boil. Now, we're going to put, this is a New Mexican seafood boil. Now, I know that sounds kind of odd, a seafood boil in New Mexico, but we're going to make it New Mexico style. So we're going to put some Anaheim green chilies, some bell peppers. We're going to use hot paprika. We're going to spice it up a little bit. I'm not going to use cayenne. And these are going to be cut up bite-sized, and all these vegetables will go in that big seafood boil pot, and man, is it going to be, wow, good. But it's a lot of preparation. It's an easy, fast cook time for a seafood boil, but it's all the preparation you've got to do. And these are all going in that seafood boil. So we're going to have corn, we're going to have mushrooms, we're going to have scallops that will be set for service, but they won't be cooked in the seafood boil. Chef Audra and I are going to cook those along with some deep fried baby potatoes that we're going to brown on one side. We're going to boil them for 10 minutes. Then we're going to take them out. We're going to dry them out. Then we're going to put them in the searing or fry pan. It's a cast iron pan, very big. And we'll get all that done. And the scallops will go on the end of the dump of the seafood boil on the table. You'll see how we'll do it. It'll be really cool. But it's going to take about an hour's prep time to cut all this stuff up, clean it, get it ready. It's going to take about an hour to get the sausage and all of that seafood, that wonderful seafood Chef Audra is going to show you in a bit. It's going to be a fantastic seafood boil. And I hope you like shellfish. If you're allergic, you better not eat this stuff because it's everywhere, let me tell you. But we're going to cut these up. We're going to make them wow good. See you in a bit. Now, I'm going to show you how to cut a bell pepper real easy and also seed some green chili. Now, you don't normally see us in the prep time for all of our cooks. So this is really a four-man kitchen. Chef Audra, Chef Abel are in here. He's doing a couple of different breads and some desserts. He's our resident master baker, Abel is, and Chef Audra is the right hand, left hand of every dish, and she's going to cook some really good stuff. You cut both ends off. See, it's nice and flat. Then you just kind of go like this to get all that bitterness out. Look at that, how easy it comes out, okay? Got rid of that. We got a little over here. And bingo. Now you're ready to make some bite-sized cuts. Real simple, real fast, real easy, and it's clean on top of that. So none of that bitter stuff that's in the center. Now, you get the heat in chili from the seeds, okay? So we don't want to make this really hot in terms of a seafood boil. We want it spicy. So what we're going to do is, this is kind of a different procedure, but kind of the same, in that we're going to go in and we're going to get the seeds out of here and that bitter core that usually supports the seeds. And we'll just reach in there with our thumb and bang, we get the seeds out, all right? Now, we're going to cut this down the middle. And the reason we're going to do that is because we want this to be bite-sized too. Just like what the bell peppers are. There's a few more seeds in there. Let's go ahead and get those guys out of there. We don't want it too spicy, because if it's spicy, somebody's liable to complain if it's overly spicy to the point where it's hot. So that's a seeded green chili right there. And there you go. We're just going to keep cutting and prepping and having some fun to make some wow good stuff. See you in a bit. BTP here. Listen, I got all this fish that Chef Audra's going to show you in a little while. I caught it all, but I cheated a little bit this time. That mermaid came back to the Gulf of America when I went out to go get this stuff for Chef. And all of a sudden she threw these wonderful, huge prawns, big prawns. I'm talking big prawns here. Look at these little babies. They're as big as lobsters, for crying out loud. And we're going to do a seafood boil. Chef said he wanted the best fish you can get, so I got it for him. You're not going to see me much on the show anymore. I'm going to be on a lot of short reels, though. You know, we're going to talk about wild good products and that sort of thing. But I just wanted to come and say hi this season and show you my big prawns. Now, my wife always says, you know, go get some big prawns. I say, honey, I'm right here. I'm the biggest prawn. You just poach me, please. She doesn't. Anyway, these are wonderful. They're tasty. They're sweet. You're going to love them. And I wish you were here, but you aren't. I am, and I get to eat them. So BTP signing off. We've got a lot of good stuff here. Chef Audra is going to walk you through this wonderful stuff. We've got andouille sausage. We've got some chorizo. Ooh, yeah. And then we've got some kielbasa. I'm kind of the meat guy. And she's taking care of all this wonderful fish, and she's going to walk you through it, because when she gets done with it, she's going to make it wow good.
We've got andouille sausage, we've got chorizo, we've got kielbasa going in. We also have some mixed seafood, and this is squid, it's little baby shrimp, clams, mussels, you name it. It's in this little mixture here. And then we've got some lobster tails. Who doesn't love a good lobster tail in their seafood boil?
Do I treat everybody right with lobster tails?
You do treat everyone right. I love it. And these ginormous shrimp Chef found will go in.
Big prawns, big prawns.
He likes big prawns, what can I say? And we also have some regular large shrimp that are gonna go into that seafood boil. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm a huge shrimp fan. And we've got some snow crab. Those will go in as well. And Chef and I later will take these scallops and pan sear them for you. And these will be served alongside the boil. And really excited about that. And also alongside the boil, we'll have these potatoes and we'll pan fry those up. So you'll get to see all of that a little bit later. I'm really excited. It's gonna be wow good.
Chasing the flames, chasing the flames.
Hi folks, Marley Fletcher here, owner of Santa Fe Kia. As our construction continues, so do the huge savings at Santa Fe Kia. That means low down payments, low monthly payments. Combine those two gives you huge savings. Go to our website at santafekia.com, check out our whole amazing inventory, and let us know what's gonna work for you. Santa Fe Kia, where we treat you different. Oh, and one more thing. All you have to do is mention Chasing the Flames when you contact us or come to the dealership. You're going to receive an additional $500 discount over and above our already low prices.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Sous in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's get back to chasing the flames. We're doing dessert. Chef Abel Lovato, as we call him, Little Cuz, made this dessert this past weekend, and it is a chocolate cake with flan over the top. But the technique is really interesting. Abel will explain how he puts it in and what happens to it. Anyway, if you're not a flan lover, this dish will make you a flan lover. I guarantee it. It was fantastic, and there's none left as far as I know. We served it to some guests, and they all went crazy over it. 2 of them didn't like flan, now they love flan. Only this dish, though. This is Abel's specialty. So take it away, Chef.
All right, so in here we have butter and brown sugar that we're gonna mix up to make it nice and light and fluffy. Then, once it's light and fluffy, we'll add our egg. Once the egg is mixed up, we'll add in about half of our dry ingredients, which is flour and cocoa powder for most part, and then a little bit of baking powder and some salt. So here I have my bun pan that I'm going to pour our chocolate cake in, which is just the batter right now. And here I just buttered it and I put some caramel. Now you want to make sure that it is at least fairly even around the pan. Doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, because I still have to put the flan in here. The only thing about a bun pan is you have to go all the way around the middle. As I was saying, you just take your spatula and kind of level it off. Okay. Now we're going to set this to one side and make the flan part. Okay, so now you watched me make the chocolate part of the cake. Now it's time to make the flan. And here I have 5 eggs. I'm going to give them just a little bit of a mix. Makes it a little bit, it just mixes a little better if you have your yolk and white mixed together a little bit. Now I'm going to add some condensed milk, which is your sugar, and dairy. Now we're going to make sure that it's well blended. Always good to scrape your bowl all the way down to the bottom. Gonna mix it a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add milk, or in this case I'm actually doing a mix of heavy cream and water and some vanilla. Okay, flan is all mixed up. All right, so now this is a pretty important part. You're gonna wanna use either the back of a spatula or spoon, and you're gonna pour over, and this is so that you don't disrupt the cake batter too much. You're just gonna wanna slowly pour over the top. Now the really weird thing about this dessert is the flan's actually gonna sink through the cake as the batter rises and the flan sets. So when you flip it over, you'll have your caramel, and then the flan, and then your cake is actually going to be the bottom, even though it's the middle layer right now. And as it bakes, we're going to have it in a water bath, which I'll put some water in this pan, and you're also going to want to wrap it. You want to wrap it in some foil. Make sure it's fairly tight. Doesn't have to be completely tight. And now we're ready to throw it in the beast.
All right, we're gonna make the seafood boil seasoning, all right? Now, what's important to know is that this is kind of free verse. I'm gonna give you the basic ingredients because we're not a recipe show. We're more of a technique, how to cook something. So this is kind of free verse where I'm gonna give you the ingredients and you can make up any combination, denomination, amount that you want. Just make it wow good. So this is what we've got. I have to put my glasses on so I can read. And this is Hungarian style paprika. This is hot paprika. It's kind of hard to find sometimes. I've got a little celery salt in there. I'm going to put some garlic powder, of course. You can't have a seafood boil without garlic. Ancho chili spice, okay? It's wonderful. Ooh, makes me think of Mexican food immediately. Mustard seed, ground mustard seed, and some basil. Now, I'm going to tell you the difference between black pepper and white pepper. You don't use white pepper that often, but when you do, it's very light, so you don't need a lot, hence the small grinder. You use black pepper all the time, and so this entire thing is full of black pepper, and by the end of this shoot today, we'll be out, okay? And we're gonna add a little coarse sea salt. Now, the reason I have these little battery-operated salt dispensers is because the salt is so evenly dispersed and it's consistent. Now, when I was in culinary school, we had a bowl of salt and we'd reach in there with our hands. I never really went for that because over time you make the salt dirty if you keep reaching in there. But what you want to do when you're seasoning by hand is you're going to take that salt and you're just going to rub it between your fingers and you're going to spread it around. This is pretty heavy-duty salt. So this, you'll notice, wow, it just comes out evenly, it's measurable, you don't have a problem, and you're consistent with your salting, your seasoning. The difference between white and black is this, you don't use that often. And when you do use it, it's usually very lightly, okay? Black pepper, all the time. Just about everything you're cooking, you're always going to put some kind of salt and pepper seasoning in it. So you never want to run out. That's why I've got this big monster here. And this is where size matters because it stores more pepper, all right? So we're going to start putting this together. We're going to put in a little hot paprika, and we're going to take a little bit of this mustard powder, little mustard seed right there. This is a fresh bottle, whoa, man down, of garlic powder. And this is the way I usually open it so that I don't over pour. But we like garlic, so we're going to nail it. All right, get that out of the way. It's celery salt. Celery salt, you know, adds a little earthiness and a little saltiness to it. Chef Audra and I were talking about putting the leaves of the celery in there as part of our boil. Here is Hungarian style paprika. 2 different paprikas, 2 entirely different flavor profiles, and very much different color than one another as well. Here comes that ancho chili. That's what makes it wow good. And we're gonna hit it with a little salt, actually a lot of salt. Notice how consistently that salt comes out. It's really groovy. There we go. Yeah, that's about enough there. And we're going to use both peppers, okay? The black pepper, as we know, gives you that little spice, just the tinge of heat, okay? That's good. And we're going to season it again. I'm going to season that boil again as we get it started. That's all the white pepper we need. And we're just going to take our finger and mix it around because it's all going to wind up in the same place. All right, look at that. How pretty. Is that nice? And that's about all you'll need for that big 5-gallon aluminum pot, is right about there. And that's all there is to it. And it'll be wow good.
Chasing the flames, chasing the flames.
Need custom shirts, polos, or promotional gear? Fast, affordable, and with zero hassles? At Turbo Threads, we offer digital printing and embroidery with low minimums and no setup charges. Whether you're outfitting a team, promoting your business, or just want a standout custom shirt, we've got you covered. Quick turnaround, quality you can trust. Located right here in Rio Rancho, Turbo Threads, your one-stop shop for custom apparel and promo products. Visit turbothreads.com or call 505-999-1234 today, because great-looking gear shouldn't wait.
Let's get back to chasing the flames. We got Chef Scott here, and we're going to do the New Mexico seafood boil. Now, there's a good amount of volume of water in here, and there'll be a good amount of volume of the vegetables and the fish and all that. But we're going to start this off, get it hot. We're going to add the seasoning. We're going to add the beer. And we're going to bring the temp up, and then I'm going to come over and I'm going to scoop a big old bunch of this wonderful tasting juice that we're making, and I'm going to send it over there to the oven or the stove, and we're going to cook all those sausages in there. And so we'll still have the same flavor, but they cook a little bit differently.
Sure.
And so we want everything to layer up, and that's what we're going to do here, is we're going to time the cook based on what we're cooking. So the stuff that takes longer will go in first, and this is a very fast cook. It should be, right? And so here we go. Let's fire it up. All right, now we're going to add some beer. Any beer will do, dark beer, light beer, lager, stuff you might make yourself. Okay, this is our seasoning that Chef's holding. He's going to add it. We take a top, goes on, and we wait till it boils. Then we're ready to cook, and it'll be wow good.
All right, so now cake's all wrapped up. We're ready to put it in the beef. Now that it's in the beast, I'm gonna add the water for our water bath. Now, in order for it to properly steam, I'm going to put the lid on it.
We're going to start with the stuff we need to start earlier, and we want more of this flavor to come out, so we're putting some Spanish onions or red onions in. They're going to sit there and boil for the entire time. Here goes the carrots. Almost a man down. And some radishes and more onion. And we'll put the celery in there because we want that earthy flavor to start going to work, right? Here we go. It's got a lot of color, and we'll just dump those right in there. There you go. All right, she's off and rolling. We're going to give this about 10-minute head start with the rest of the cook. Then we're going to add the corn. The last thing we'll add will be the bell peppers, and then all that beautiful shellfish will go in here. And we have some green chili we added to it to kind of lift it up a little bit more. So get ready, because it's going to be wow good.
All right, so now our sourdough has rested. The main reason you guys haven't seen it is because of the fact that it needed a long rest period, like 8 hours. So I started it early this morning before I even showed up. Now we're gonna pull it out, put it down on some parchment, and we're gonna use it to carefully pick it up into our Dutch oven, which has been preheated in the Beast at about 500 degrees. Then we'll put a lid on it and throw it in the back of the Beast.
So we cook in layers. Some stuff needs a little extra time in the boil. And so right now we're going to start adding the corn, and we're going to squeeze some lemon in, and we're going to put the whole lemon in there. We're going to get this really, really nice and bright and rich. That citrus. Here's a little orange. A little orange goes in there. A little more lemon, and more lemon. There we go. Here goes our corn. What we've done is we've added some more liquid. A little water and a little vegetable stock went in here. So we get a nice coverage down here. I'm gonna add a little bit more water, probably about another ½ inch. And that will just sit there and boil. It's gonna bring that heat down a little bit, then it's gonna come up, then it's gonna go down. But it'll boil here in just a couple minutes, and we'll have it done in just 5 minutes after that. That's when we add the fish in. We're back, a seafood boil. Our vegetables are down below us, and they're done. We're now gonna finish the fish. So we've got crab legs in there, and everybody is gonna get a lobster today, or maybe half one if you're bad. So here goes a lobster. That's only gonna take a few minutes, and they will be done. And the last thing we're gonna add is going to be that wonderful shrimp and prawns, which we won't need very much time at all to cook, and they'll go in last. We're just going to let that sit there and steep and steam and do all kinds of fun stuff. So it's going to, when it comes out, we're going to take this and we'll take that spider and we'll just spread it all over that newspaper, and everybody, it's all hands on deck. Last man off the ship won't get a lobster. Let's put it that way. Let's get back to chasing the flames. BTP brought us all this wonderful stuff. I want you to look at the size of these prawns, ladies and gentlemen. These are wonderful. They're huge, and they're mixed in with a little shrimp. This is the last thing that you put in, and it's going to bring the temperature down a little bit in here, but we're going to push this around. We're gonna put the top back on, and then as soon as it changes color, we're done. And then we can eat, and it'll be wow good. Let's start chasing the flames real soon.
Chasing the flames, chasing the flames.
This is the commercial grade triple threat. This is what goes in restaurants. When you're a restaurant owner and you want to get into wood-fired cooking, you gotta get a smoker, you gotta get a wood-fired grill, then you gotta go get a wood-fired oven. 3 huge appliances, 3 penetrations or adjustments to your hood. No, you get all 3 right here. And guess what? 1 penetration. Now, what does it do? Well, we can grill. We can turn this into an oven and do pizza, or we can smoke from here. This is a fantastic device that allows restaurants to get in the wood-fired business very inexpensively and very quickly. Check it out on chasingtheflames.com. The big commercial grade. We call it the triple threat, and it's dynamite.
Hi, I'm George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef. And listen, thank you for watching Chasing the Flames. We have a ton of fun making it. But I want to remind you, watch out for episode 5 next week. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
And then we're gonna cook it on live fire in the coals after we wrap it in a little tin foil.
Now we're gonna throw it into the beast.
A couple cloves of crushed garlic, right in the middle, beautiful.
The meat is shrinking, and it is just gorgeous. Right on. That's pretty. Now, the fun part about carving the leg of lamb is right in the middle. I get to do that. Oh my God.
Let's get back to Chasing the Flames together.
Let's get back to chasing the flames.
Flan and the caramel, it sticks.
When you feel like
So sometimes you have to put it in a little hot water bath to get it to release. So I'll find out if it releases the first time or not.
It was last week, I think 2 weeks ago. This is supposed to be on. Is it on?
Nope. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I think what it is, that caramel will harden, especially I added it in the fridge. So it really sticks and sticks. Still doesn't work.
It's stubborn, eh?
Let's do it. Stay.
And so,
No safe.
Julie,
Just doesn't want to stay.
my house. Careful behind. I think you're gonna have to go on the. On the non. I think you're gonna have to go. I think you're gonna have to go on that. Yeah, just get a cookie sheet, man. Jay's been rolling the whole time. This is great for outtakes, man. We got a whole season. Season 3. We'll just scoop it up. Exactly. Season 3 is born. Abel takes. Got the yeah. And he'll give it a good old bang. I know, right?
I've never had this much issue with it going out.
Well, I'm running out of battery.
Or just give me a spoon and I'll just eat it. I think that's how we're gonna serve it. Just family style. It's hilarious. Just everybody take it. Pass the thing over. Time hot. Is it?
It came out.
Little sticky.
Just put that guy right there. You'll never know.
well, that's not
It's gonna go in together.
Yeah.
rotate it to the back of the.
It's on the end.
You're gonna love this. This is really good stuff.
This side is the part that has the flan that's stuck to it.
No.
How's that look? Perfect, perfect. I'll spoon some more on there. And let's get our champagne toast. Everybody's got one. Well, thank you, Lovato family, for coming all this way, from way down in the valley, all the way up here in 6,000 feet. Thanks for coming, Gene. Good to see you. You're welcome here anytime. So is your daughter-in-law. Not your son, okay? Thank you for that lovely bottle. Chef Scott, my Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. This was fun, wasn't it? And here's everybody here. Audra, Abel, everybody give these guys a round of applause. They did super work today. Super work. Here's to all our guests, production crew. Thank you, you guys. Super, super, super. Here's to you. Thank you.
Here.
We've got some of this, in case you want to grab with that. Grab any of your veggies. And I'll just keep dumping this stuff on the table. Now, Chef, you're saying this is a lot of food. You're right, but you get to-goes. Here we go. That looks beautiful, Chef. Look at the color on that plate.
Do you have any napkins or?
No. It's not the way you eat around here. Thanks for joining us on Chasing the Flames today. Episode 4 was a seafood boil. It was really a lot of fun. Everybody enjoys a good seafood boil. Had lots of vegetables. It was very healthy, very spicy. Everybody just had a good time. Well, listen, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in. And when you get a chance, get on your computer and go to chasingtheflames.com. I'm telling you, there is a web store there now, and you can buy all that cool stuff you see me use on the show. And you always ask about it, so now you can get it there, and they're all reasonably priced. Don't worry, it won't break the bank. It won't melt your credit card. These things are priced just perfect. So take a look and see what you like, and tell us what you think. Send me an email. Let's get back to Chasing the Flames together. Bye-bye.
Hello, George. It's Jaime. Well, did they like the spicy?
Yes, they're having a great time. Super time. You can hear them in the background.
George, you didn't make it too spicy, did you? How spicy was it, George? You didn't burn anybody's inside of their mouth, did you? And
They
George,
enjoyed
how did
it.
it taste? With the spicy. Can you send some over to me? I would love to taste it, George. And you know, George, for the kind of bucks I pay you, you should always send
Great,
me
boss. I
samples
gotta
of
go,
everything
boss.
you cook when you do that outdoor
Boss, I
surf
gotta
and
get
turfy
back
thing
to
you
serving
do.
your
And George, that was a
clients,
big bucket of
boss.
food
I
you
gotta
made.
go.
Did anybody spill anything?
let
Did
me
they
go?
get it on their clothing? Was it
Boss.
all over the place? It better not have
Boss.
been, George. Always a disaster if that happens. And you better send me my client's dry cleaning bill very quickly, George.
Bye.
I'm chasing the flames. Chilies grow across green fields.
There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, it's just flavor.
With a flare, anticipate.
No gas. We'll do it again. This is dead.
We'll fix it in post. You can say that.
If I say it, it's a sin.
He says
It's
it.
a sin.
That means
$2 fine.
it just requires a sledgehammer.
Well, we give me a salt, I can just cut it right out.
Right. Because otherwise, this time for you.
See, you need your old button.
I'm called create the perfect vibe. I'm chasing the flames, chasing the flames. I'm chasing the flames. Chasing the flames. I'm chasing the flames. I'm chasing the flames.
Look at the size of this thing. Look how thick it is. This is a wet-aged tomahawk steak.
I'm chasing the flame, chasing the flame.
You know, last season, we never really spent a lot of time showing you what it's like in the prep process, the prep stage of getting everything ready. Look at the color here, everybody. This is really pretty stuff.
Oh yeah, we got beautiful caramelization. They rose a little bit. And those should be wow good.
There we go. Now the little thin guys.
And Chef has asked me to make this marinade with you for the ribs today.
And we'll get this big guy in there. And we'll set it here. We're gonna start it off. We're gonna get the heat radiating on those bones into that really good, scrumptious rib meat. It takes a village to put this show together and do all the cooks. And we're gonna go around like so. Now you're wondering, grill marking, prosciutto? We're gonna char a little lettuce for our friends. They want a little extra salad.
All right, so I'm just gonna roll them out over here.
The yakitori grill. You listening to that sizzle? Ooh, wow. And it's just smelling groovy over here.
Chicken's not fatty, but there's fat in the skin. So we're trying to
Yeah.
cook that fat out. See, we have a nice crispy skin. Now we're gonna put a little smoke on it. Add that little something special that you don't usually see in this recipe. Our pot is simmering here with all of our aromatics, our veggies, our red wine.
Look at every space there. We're bubbling. Look how even that bubbling is. Now this will rise, correct? For what,
Yeah.
an hour?
Hour and a half to 2 hours.
You know we like garlic around here. And my favorite, smoked paprika.
And then we're gonna get these on the grill. You don't really wanna cook these that long. I think mine's ready. Pepper cook.
Bon appetit.
Smells good.
Yeah.
This is a New Mexican seafood boil. Now I know that sounds kind of like odd, a seafood boil in New Mexico. That's a seeded green chili right there. And there you go. We've got a lot of good stuff here. Chef Audra is going to walk you through this wonderful stuff. But I just wanted to come and say hi this season and show you my big prawns. Now, my wife always says, you know, go get some big prawns. I say, honey, I'm right here. I'm the biggest prawn. Just poach me, please.
So when you flip it over, you'll have your caramel, and then the flan, and then your cake is actually gonna be the bottom.
Black pepper all the time. Just about everything you're cooking, you're always going to put some kind of salt and pepper seasoning in it. So you never want to run out. That's why I've got this big monster here. And so here we go. Let's fire it up. All right. Now we're going to add some beer. So we've got crab legs in there. And everybody is going to get a lobster today. Or maybe a half one if you're bad. How's that look? Perfect, perfect. This is about what we need to do when we season it, all right? And we're gonna poke some holes in here, and we're gonna plant a little garlic, a little mint, and these lemon slices are gonna go in there. And then we're gonna cook it on live fire in the coals after we wrap it in a little tin foil.
Now we're gonna throw it into the beast, just long enough to try to release some of the aromatics.
A couple cloves of crushed garlic, right in the middle. Beautiful.
The meat is shrinking, and so it's pushing out all that garlic, all those lemons that we stuffed deep in that tissue, and it is just gorgeous. Right on. That's pretty. Now, the fun part about carving the leg of lamb is right in the middle. I get to do that. Oh my God. So let's get the salt started. Say that 5 times real fast. Let's get the salt started. I couldn't say sous chef a few weeks ago. Don't know why. I'm gonna press that in again. This is what it looks like, and if you can feel it out here, it's a very significant amount of heat, which is part of what Binchotown is all about. We want that smooth bite that you get when shrimp is cooked just right. So, chef, take it away. Rock and roll.
Shrimp poaching time. It's already getting pink. So we're just gonna lightly cook, a gentle stir, kind of fold those into the potatoes.
Indirect heat and a lot of smoke. It's one thing about this little pit boss is that it really throws out a lot of smoke. So we're gonna get a very smoky flavor.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these carrots right on the grill. Nice hot grill, about 450 degrees.
The end cut is always the chef's cut because it's my favorite. Look at this. Oh, and we are done. That's prime rib. And I guarantee you this is gonna be wow good.
I'm chasing the flames, chasing the flames. I'm chasing the flames.
And she's she's the newest shoe.
Here, try this.
Now it's time to start eating what the flames.
And then a little later, chef will finish off at the grill pit thing.
that invoke a different sort of reaction in your favorite plot.
A couple cloves of crushed butter.
This is one of the advantages of being the chef. You get to taste all day long, and this is delicious. This is wow good, but don't tell anybody that I stole something.
I saw it.
Let's get back to chasing the flames.